Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to WPWK again. I've been kind of off for the past few weeks. I had a little thing I had to get to, but I've been making a series of videos from today. I think today is the 26th. To say the month end, and I'll be uploading them subsequently. Yeah, before I forget, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it's relatively new. We try to do everything WordPress, from like the small stuff to like the major problems people encounter while they try to work with WordPress. So please subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you know when the other videos are live. I have two videos currently online right now. I have the video where I talk about WordPress hostings and how I find Siteground as the number one. And I have the DNS connections where you have a hosting and a domain on two different platforms, and you want to link them together. If you haven't watched those and you have a problem in any of those departments, you should search WPWiki and you'll see the videos. I might put the link to them also. And also, if you are thinking about getting SiteGround, I have my affiliate link in the description also. So I urge you to please use my link to purchase your SiteGround hosting. Okay, so let's jump into it. Today we'll be doing installing WordPress, because that's what we all want to see, WordPress. So from here on out, we'll be working mostly with the websites. I won't be showing much of this end anymore. So, because once you get the WordPress installed, you'll be building on the WordPress platform from then on. You won't have to come to your hosting dashboard to do anything else again. So since we're doing installing WordPress, it would be unfair if I just did installing WordPress on Siteground. So I'll be doing installing WordPress on Siteground and on GoDaddy. Yes, GoDaddy. I don't have a Bluehost account anymore, else I'll be showing Bluehost also, but I do have a GoDaddy account and a Siteground account. So I'll start with Siteground. So basically, definitely when you go to www.siteground.com, you log in, and if you have a hosting already and you got a domain while hosting, you should see your website. If you go to the website tab, you'll see your website as one of these. I have two already, but if you got the hosting separately and you don't have a domain, you want to click on new website and then you follow the process. So I did that process in the DNS connection video, so you can watch that. So let's just go into this. So I'll be using this one, the fastSwitch.ng. I took out the WordPress that was on it before. So if I go to fastSwitch, so you see there's nothing on it, so it's forbidden. Access to this page is forbidden because there's nothing on it. So what you want to do is go to site tools. Okay, so on the site tools, you want to go to WordPress, install and manage. It's pretty straightforward on Siteground. That's why I like Siteground, unlike the rest of them. GoDaddy to be specific, we'll get to that when we get to that. So if you're doing a store, you might want to say that WordPress post WooCommerce, so it just installs the WooCommerce automatically. But I prefer to go WordPress. If you're new, you want to go WordPress, and even if it's a store, you want to then install WooCommerce, so you get the WooCommerce install wizard, the step-by-step installation of WooCommerce. You want to get that, because I don't think you get that when you do this. So I'll set up WordPress, and then I'll just come down here. This is the domain. Make sure this part there's nothing here, else you'll be having your home, like your default home page, to be like fast whatever your domain is, like this fastreaderng.com / whatever is here. So that's what you'll be having as your default page. So make sure this is empty, so your default is just your domain name. And then English, you can choose your language. I don't know where you're watching from. English. Untick this, it's not really relevant. And then you want to create the username, password. I have a bunch of passwords saved here. Okay, it's fair. And then you want to insert an email. This is my email, so you can send me a mail. I do not recommend you do that, but you can send me a mail and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And then install, and it might take a few minutes depending on how fast your network is. And it's installed, so you can view the sites. It will have the default 2020 theme. As you can see, hello world, this is like the default WordPress startup site, and it's that easy on Siteground. And then this is one feature where I like Siteground more. Once you get a hosting from them, they offer you a free SSL certificate. That's this padlock icon that shows that your website is safe. They offer you a free SSL certificate, so all you have to just do is go to security, SSL manager, and then this is the domain. I deleted the last WordPress that was on the domain already, but I didn't take out the SSL certificate that was on it. It's free, as you can see. The Let's Encrypt, I have three. I can use it for 3 times for free before I have to buy. But other network providers, you have to buy for the first time, or get the plan that has SSL certificate attached to it. Or on Siteground, even the basic plan has SSL attached to it. So that's basically it. And we could choose to log in / login admin, WP admin, whichever one you want to use. WP login as well. Admin, yes. Basically, this is my password, but I'll just retype it and then login. And it's basically that easy. I have my WordPress dashboard, and I can begin to build my website from scratch on WordPress. And that's it for Siteground. Pretty easy. So you can like see why I often recommend Siteground for WordPress users. It's very, very easy. Okay, now let's do the Godaddy.com platform. So when you go to Godaddy.com and you sign in, you get this as your homepage or something similar depending on your country, I think. I have a domain here, and I also have a hosting here as well. So this is the domain we're working with. So if I go to this, you find out that there's nothing here. It will load up our templates from GoDaddy. Okay, so you see there's nothing on the site yet. So what you want to do is click on this icon here, and then you go to hosting and WordPress. Okay, so this is the hosting I have. I have the economy plan here. So definitely what I want to do is set up. Okay, so since it's a new hosting, it will ask what domain do you want to use, and then I'll paste this here, and then click on update. Okay, so it's we recommend using one closer to your customers. Europe is recommended, so we use that. Create a WordPress website. Recommend using WordPress as your application, blah blah blah. No thank you. And Because I'll be showing you how to install the WordPress by yourself. So just in case you have the multi-domain hosting plan, you can subsequently add domains to your hosting and install WordPress separately as you see fit. So this might take a couple of minutes. I'll pause the video and I'll continue later. Okay, so it's done setting up. So you want to go to dashboard, and you see it has the wordondrugs.com. You currently don't have any application installed. Please install an application to take full advantage of your hosting. I can use this process and it take me straight into my cPanel admin area and where I have to install WordPress. But if you have a multi-domain hosting and you want to host multiple domains on your hosting plan, you will see this button for the first one, but when you want to install the second or the third, you would not be able to see this button. You have to do it manually. So I'll be doing it manually. So we'll go to cPanel admin, and this right here is your cPanel login details, just in case it doesn't go straight into your admin panel. It shows a login form. This is your username and this is your password, but you have to change the password to be able to review it. So you want to change the password and then use the change password to log in. So this is the dashboard area, and I could install WordPress straight up, but for you guys that would be on your second domain, you want to go to domains, and right here I have worldondrugs.com. But for your second domain, you want to create a new domain and then input the domain URL right here and then submit. And it will take a few moments to load up that domain, and then you have the domain showing up alongside the first domain you actually had. And then when that shows up, you want to go back to the home page, and then now you want to install WordPress. Well, you might find out that your WordPress is actually now way below, somewhere around this area, because the first files from your first website will be like at the first interface here. So the applications will move further down. So you want to click on WordPress. And then just the same process as the Siteground one. You want to click on install this application, then you want to come down, make sure the directory is empty as well. For those of you on your second domains or your third domains, definitely your second, because if you are in your third, you already know how to do this. You want to click on this drop down menu and look for the second domain you just added on the domain interface. It should show up right after everything here. It should show up. So you want to click on it and then make sure the directory is also empty. Leave everything as it is. Also choose your language, and then username, I always use admin. I do change it later because I could change it from the WordPress and dashboard area. And then the password, and then the email, you already know my email, and then the website title and the tagline can also be changed from inside of WordPress. So I'll leave it as this, and pretty much that's it. And then it's gonna load and install, and the installation is complete. Sometimes it takes a few moments for it to be like fully complete. It might say it's complete here, and then when you view the site, there might still be nothing on it. Okay, so there's no SSL certificate. So I have to go advanced and proceed, and just like the Siteground, the default template for WordPress websites is set, and as always I could choose to log in directly from here, or as you can see they use WP admin, and we're logged in, and this is the dashboard, and we can begin to customize and design our website as we see fit. So basically, I've done the one for Siteground and I've done the one for GoDaddy. Uh, and as you can tell, the Siteground is way faster than the one for GoDaddy. And the added bonus, as you can see, um, our Siteground website has this padlock feature. It shows secure. It doesn't have to render that website not safe on certain browsers. Unlike our GoDaddy one that says not secure. So that's like an added feature on why you should go with SiteGround. So that's basically it. On the next video I would be talking about other stuff, basically on the WordPress interface and no longer on the dashboard area and stuff to do on the dashboard area, because we don't have to work with the dashboard area of our hosting anymore. So this is where the main thing is. We've set up domains, hostings, and we've installed WordPress now. So basically what's left is to begin to build and customize sites. So that's basically it, guys. I'll see you in the next video, and make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification icon so you know when I drop the other videos, and I'll see you guys soon. Stay safe.